Hey, two videos today. I hope y'all are excited. I know I am. Mr. Kitty looks like he's pretty enthralled over there on his hammock too, kicking it with his paws out. But yeah, this video is not gonna have anything to do with school, so if y'all want some more of that, just watch another video or something. I'll know what to tell you. But I mentioned a couple things when I read that assignment earlier today. I kind of wanted to elaborate a little bit and gather some thoughts for y'all, kind of pertaining to a little bit of what was involved with that video. Kind of keep it going, keep it going. But I haven't done this since the first day doing two videos. So I hope y'all enjoy it, and I hope y'all get something from it. Some of this stuff I think is going to sound like a little hippy dippy weirdo talk to some of y'all, but I think a lot of y'all will get some value from it too. So if you want to hear about some school stuff, watch another video. But in this one, I wanted to tell y'all a little bit more about meditation and why I do that and what it does for me, and then share a little bit more about my worldview with y'all, and then some personal truths that I've found, through that exercise. So first of all, I wrote out some things about meditation for y'all. And it goes like this: meditation and other exercises have proven to be a most effective way for me to be able to understand myself and my place in the world. Excuse me. I think it's important that we make an effort to clean through the rubbish upstairs in our brains in order to build our being on foundations of self-discovery, personal purpose, and spiritual wellness. When we strip ourselves of outside influence and detach ourselves from the false truths of our culture and meaningless values of a fallen society, it gives us opportunity to discover what our own values and motives are. If we want to follow our hearts and our desires and our true passion, then we have to know what it is, right? To take time to listen to ourselves. But the only way to start doing that is to clear your thoughts and find a way to release yourself from all of the input that your brain is getting all day, every day. So that's why meditation is one of the most important tools for me and my well-being. If we want to follow our hearts, we have to know what's in them first. These, the ways that the world works and that you fall in line with, these are things that are taught to us, and that we take for truth, before we really find our own truth. And I think those motives and things should be something that's discovered and not taught. So a little bit about my worldview here. Modern society as a whole teaches us to live our lives in a way that detaches us from ourselves and spirit. It separates us from discovering the true beings that we were created to be. It blinds us from seeing our place in the natural world. The way the world works today does that to us, and it's very detrimental. And I hope y'all can see that. But from an early age, we're taught to conform our ideas and place our lives and motives into a mold that already exists there for us. Even if that mold takes the shape of material idolatry, that's what's laid out for us, and a lot of us, we just go through our lives falling in line to that structure that's already been there for us. We're not actually the authors of our reality when we're living that way. But knowing how broken things are and still taking part in it can be challenging, and that's kind of where I'm at in my worldview. But if we want the world to, if the world we want to live in doesn't really exist, then we're called to find it for ourselves. We're called to construct it from where we find ourselves in the present. We're responsible for actively living according to our true self. And I think that's important to remember. And these are some of the thoughts and things that I have, when I'm done clearing my head, some of the things that come to my mind. I have passing thoughts like like when I eat a meal, do I consider all the elements, where it came from and why, and who profited off of it? Or when I drink a bottle of water, Do I consider where that bottle's gonna go, or do I consider where it came from and who's making money off of it? Or, you know, it's water. It falls from the sky, okay, and you're paying your time and effort and money that you've earned to drink it, okay. So these are just some of the simple things that kind of that you're allowed to discover when you clear your mind of all the influences that are placed on it every day, all day, every day. And that brings my point to the media. I just want to say and let it be known that I believe that the media is a tool that a worldwide government initiative is using to their advantage, using tactics of fear. And I think that's exactly what's going on right now, and it's been going on for a long time. I remember when the World Trade Center came down and all that stuff was going on, man. That's the year I dropped out of high school. But if you can't see the narrative that's being played by all these different voices and all the commonalities in it, then go ahead and believe whatever you hear. Then believe that narrative and see how far it gets you. I challenge you guys to consider why we believe the things that we haven't proven for ourselves, or why we continue to live our lives according to a culture based on false virtues and invalid purpose. But that being said, I do need to mention my personal truth. I said I was going to get to that, and it's not something that's finite. Personal truth is something that you continue to discover. But I believe that all life is sacred. I believe that we are created to live at harmony with our natural environment. We're not meant to turn our resources into money, even though that's exactly what's going on right now. Everybody can see that. Everybody knows that. But what do we do about it? We continue to live by it and not agree with it. And this is causing conflict. This is what we've been given because of our continuing to do it. And that's my belief. But we're not meant to turn our resources into money. And that's exactly what's happening. And I believe it's a direct result and a direct cause of our loss of connection with spirit. It's a simultaneous thing. It's a back and forth. The natural world is our greatest teacher. And I believe that I have the ability to practice these truths that I hold in my life, no matter how difficult it may seem. I believe that I am in charge of how I respond to what my beliefs are. I'm not here to represent somebody else's viewpoints. And I think that's important for everybody to hold true. But I challenge you guys to consider some of these things and maybe watch this video again. I hope you got something from it, and I love you guys. I hope you learned a little bit more about me, and I will see you guys in the future. Y'all be good to each other. I love you.